start the YouTube one. Now, the YouTube one requires me to go to YouTube Studio, which now has probably a little bit of feed to it, and that gives it. Just give it a second, and it will now be live for me. Okay, wonderful. I can double check and just give it a second, and it will now be live for me. Okay, and so I have to edit this, and I have to go public, save, and now we're public. Bam, live on YouTube. YouTube, I'm back. We're excellent today. Apparently we're excellent today. I'm gonna stop my YouTube stream. I normally don't have my YouTube stream running. Just save like on frames and stuff like that because I am a stingy boy when it comes to the frames that I have. You know, it doesn't really help me. We will go into this now and we will see if the YouTube notification comes up. It should come up. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. I feel like somebody's calling my name. One second. I'm not really hungry. Apparently, douche, YouTube, go to YouTube. My YouTube is not working. My YouTube chat is not working. Sadness. I will have to fix that at some point. Anyways, we will go to my little YouTube thing, grab the share. Can I copy this? Thank you.
Just when I think our youngest is growing up too fast, our oldest gets to be a kid again.
Why is Notify messing with me? Leave me alone. Alright, let's see. Did that work? No, it didn't. I did the Twitch one again. Edit. Also, I typed that without looking. Let me go to all embeds. Go to YouTube. Nope. Go to YouTube. YouTube.
Oi.
Oi, oi. Hi. Give me a second. Copy this. Enter. Paste. I pasted it twice. No. There we go. Done. I think. Let me double check. There we go. My apologies. How are we doing today, people of Earth? People of Earth. Today we'll be drawing whatever the people want. Actually, no. I actually have something that I need to draw today. It's gonna be a little comic. We're gonna be drawing a comic about some type of dog and some type of police officer, some type of police officer dog type of situation. You can give me suggestions if you want. We can draw that either into the comic or whatever. But yeah, I just got finished setting up. Got good little hour or two I can draw. Brenna, say hi. She's muted. Madame. Miss. Say hi. I think she's busy. Yeah, no, but we are drawing today. Let me see if I can flip my main desktop. There we go. And this is what I did last time, actually, if you're interested in knowing what we had last time. Let me see. Here we go, and we're going to go open up Krita now. Now, I'm thinking of either changing a few things like here and there between it. Like, I don't plan on actually finishing the drawing today. Like, it's gonna be like a comic type drawing, and those are harder for me to make because I have to think of actually something to watch, not watch, something to draw. I have to think of like a good script behind it, you know. But yeah, now I like to make funny scripts, but it could just be a reaction script as well. I have 2 pins today. We could pick one. Either you get very bad, very messed up, but the button is okay, or we get the newer one, but the button like on here is like kind of bad. I don't really like this one. We can use this one today. But yeah, that's what we're drawing today. Let's see. So the idea that we have behind this, let me hook up my drawing pad to this first so we can start drawing. The idea that I had is from a story or like interaction my mom had recently. She was driving on the street and she saw a dog. Now the dog, this was like around the time where down here it starts to heat up and people start to barbecue and stuff. So the dog was around town, around like moving around, you know, just doing a little thing, trying to get some bones, get some food, digging the trash cans like a mangy mutt. And she saw this, and there was a person who was behind the dog. And at first, she didn't realize what the woman was doing, but eventually, she found that the woman was pet catchers, and she was trying to catch the dog. And she was on the phone with one of her friends, and so they were like, "Oh, he's definitely not going with her today. Not today. No, today. Not the day of all days. You know, when people started getting cooking and stuff, that boy probably screaming in his head. If you could understand dogs, he's probably saying, 'Man, you ain't getting me. No, not today.'" And she's like, "You need to draw that as a comic." And I was like, "I mean, I could, but I had to think of something better than what you got because it's like, how am I supposed to make that funny to the people? You know?" So I'm thinking. You know how like old Looney Tunes comics go, like where they have like the person chasing after them, some type of twist at the end where they like do something very cartoony, right? That's what I'm thinking of having this comic be, or at least something close to that, where it's like it does something that by human standards or by like normal standards they wouldn't be able to do. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just the idea I had. I have to actually figure out, first off, how does the dog look? Now, I recently got my Pet Pack comics back. I don't know if you were here for it, or if you were a part of this, but I have some comics that I used to do physically draw back here called the Pet Packs. Now, I used to sell these comics at the farmer's market, and they did pretty okay, you know? But it's a certain type of style that I had for them, right? So I'm thinking of maybe mimicking that type of style. Now, she didn't tell me what type of dog it was, so we'll have to do a little bit of reference, of course, to try and figure out what we're going to draw today. Type of dog, and yeah. I feel alone. I feel like something's missing. I feel like a person is missing.
Okay, well, I was out front. I was talking to my dad.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. We're gonna look at dogs on Pinterest, people. Now, this part of the process is normally just like, don't mind my Pinterest. Please don't mind my Pinterest.
Don't mind his Pinterest.
Don't mind my Pinterest. Don't worry about it. Yeah, this is considered
Why don't you do it on our Pinterest?
I don't want to do it on our Pinterest. Dogs. The dog reference. Now we're gonna look up dogs and we're gonna find out like
our Pinterest is already full of a bunch of animals, so
but nah. Alright. We're getting reference right now. We're looking for something like maybe visibly you can tell what it is really quickly. Along with that, you're also looking for maybe something that speaks to you, like maybe a Doberman. I don't know if this is a Doberman. Maybe a Doberman. American I don't remember what this it's American. This is blue. I don't remember what this one is. American something. American something. I like these dogs though. I don't remember the name of it.
I'm sure it's a Kelpie.
German. No, American Shepherd. I think.
Yep, she spent a lot of time in the ocean just like you. And she's a 2-time Olympic bronze medalist. Everyone, please welcome Sky Brown.
I think it is an American Shepherd.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited. And Darwin,
Or maybe it's the
you're a
Australian
cool
Shepherd.
person.
Sky, we've heard
It's the Australian Shepherd. Okay, that's what it is.
What inspires you?
See, it's the
Yeah,
Australian
I'm
Shepherd.
in the ocean basically every day, and I've surfed probably.
I thought it was American. My bad. I'm sorry. But yeah, no.
But
I kind of want to do it a black and white style. I don't particularly
take care of it.
mind
That's so awesome. And Darwin
the black and white
appreciates
style.
what you do to help protect
I just don't
You
have
could do a border collie.
border collie.
In the ocean,
Okay, but it has to look like a street dog. That's another requirement.
Okay, well,
Border
here's one of my
collie.
favorite facts about octopuses.
Like it can't be like a dog that you would normally see out in the street.
So they can change color and
That looks like pitiful. I want something that like,
extra loud.
you know how like Tom from Tom and Jerry, he looks like a cat, but he doesn't look like he doesn't speak house cat to you. He speaks more like a cat that you would see.
danger. So today,
I don't know how to explain this, man.
here are the rules.
Think okay, instead of thinking Snoopy, because Snoopy's a house dog, think of like
But when it turns
a dog that looks like it would be seen
out you go.
as you're walking on the street.
Let's do it.
You know, I don't know if that's like how to explain that in a way that makes sense. Like maybe a boxer. A boxer has a type of feel to it. Looking around. Maybe a Labrador. Not a golden
What
retriever.
is that? What was that?
What was what?
Okay, you win, Darwin.
It
We
fit.
get it.
Okay, never mind.
You're the camouflage.
What are you talking about?
I was looking on your Pinterest and I just saw the dog. The one. It just looked like a human standing. That's the bottom line.
This?
Is it looked like?
Talking, you talking about the furry?
No,
Are
it
you
was up.
referring to
It
the
was
furry?
upper. It was more up. It was more up.
Did you know what it was? Did you see? Oh, it was this.
It's that one. I initially when I saw it, I was like, what is that?
I could tell because I thought it was standing as well. I scroll up, I see that, I'm like, whoa. Then I realized it's just like it's half of this in shadow.
That dog looks like a horse.
Yeah. I like this design. I don't know why I call it a design. I mean, technically it's a design. We did kind of breed dogs for designs, you know? I don't think it's messed up for me to call that a design.
I think that's a husky German Shepherd.
I think maybe a border collie. We're gonna make a dog here. Maybe a border collie mixed like with a border collie nose. Maybe the little way that this little diamond shape that it has. It's an emerald shape. It's more of a I don't. I will explain this later. Let me grab my stuff and draw. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna open up this image in a new tab, and we're gonna open up this image in a new tab, and we're gonna grab both of these images, and we're going to use these two as reference for the dog. Let's see. Throw this in here, add a reference image. Yes. Throw this in here, add reference image. Yes. And now what we need to find is a good pet catcher uniform. Dog catcher, pet catcher. We're looking for a woman because it was a woman. Woman. don't... Is there any reference? Like, I don't know how that would look. I don't... I'm looking for a reference. Uniform... Not red. Is there any of this? Like, I'm trying to figure out how that would look.
That looks like the big red dog, the Clifford. That is Clifford, the big red dog.
What would that animal? I guess it's animal control, right? Animal control. Mal control. Oh, glitched out for a second. Oh, geez. Okay. Animal control images.
Kind of just look like officers.
Yeah, it kind of just looks like officer uniforms, which makes sense. I don't know if it has to be super factual what I'm about to draw. Like, I would like for it to be at least semi-realistic. See, this is from the show, though. That's from the show. I can tell this from the show. I guess we can go with something like this. And we just do black pants, right? We'll go for something like this. We'll keep this as a reference. Open a new tab. And this is strictly for, I like to say this a lot, but this is strictly for reference purposes. I don't know if this could get me in trouble for having this picture up here, but like, you know, online, that's what I'm using it for. It's not for any other purposes. Anyways, get out my face. Don't sue me! That's all I'm saying. Yeah, but this is this. We're gonna work on the dog's design first, because the dog should be fairly easy to draw. Let's see. Nope. So the dog is going to be, it has to be lean. It has to be able to move quickly, which is why I picked these two. I didn't want to pick anything that looked too skinny though, because despite the dog being a free dog, you know, so a little street dog, I don't want it to look like it's I don't want the dog looking like it's weak or anything like that, right? Let's see. So we're gonna have a little sharp snout right here. Drop it back like this. Bring it back in. This is where his nose is, right here. Then we have the actual face itself. So this is this part of his face. This goes like this. This goes back. And this is the proportions of his face that I'm going over right now, if you were wondering. Technically this goes up. This is how this is right here. This goes back. Like that, right? And that's the proportions of his face. Now his eyes are gonna be in this area right here, but depending on how he's looking, like, I think this is like this. His eyes is gonna be on this line right here. Let me look over. Bring this. Let's see if I can bring this over right here. So maybe just like something like this. Something like this. Gonna go out one, in one, out one, in one, and we're gonna aim it downwards. Like that. So this is how his eyes are shaped right here. If we move the reference out of the way, we can now see that I have his left eye too high. So we're gonna move that one down a little bit. Let's see. crafty-ish douche right here. Oh, one more time. And we're just gonna bring this down right there. Perfect. Right? We're gonna get rid of this circling to select. Now, what I want to emulate with his face, because if you look at the actual dog's face, it's like this is more triangular at the bottom, and then it goes up as a little square. But I can also add that to the same thing for like little, I guess you could say this is mane or collar, you know. So we can have like this little down area, right? Because this is how his head goes up like this. It goes around, goes back down. What else he has this down here, which like this, right? And that's the little shape that we see on the Border Collie's bottom. Now I made mine way too big. It looks more like a lion actually. If you look at it like that, so his nose can go up a little bit higher. Douche. Okay, we're gonna go back down. I'm gonna cut this, make this shorter. There we go. Okay, so let's look at this ear. Like a lot of fur right there. Now, I'm just blocking out like different parts of the body, and we will, once we start finalizing how the character, well, the two people on here, the dog and the lady, once we go and finalize how they look, we're going to add like a bunch of detail to them. But this is just like a reference for how the body will be for most of the comic and what I will need to draw. Also, if you see me moving his nose, the dog's nose, is because it doesn't look right to me, depending on like where I'm having it and stuff like that. Like, depending on where you put the nose, it gives like a totally different feel. Like, if it's higher up, then it looks like he's more, has like a bigger chin, you know? And put it more down, it looks like he's more narrow, more angular, you know? Okay, I'm gonna have like a lot of broken little hair strands from his like little collar. Right here, 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 chop this, you know, like that. And we'll do the rest of that for like layer it and stuff like that for his fur, you know. We will have this little thing up here where his like hair is, his ears and stuff, ear hair, I don't know. We'll also add a bit of hair going down like that. Maybe. Does that look okay? Maybe not. Maybe we don't do that, and we just keep like the ear hair. Yeah. And we're not gonna take too much from the Border Collie. We're gonna take actually the design from this where it's like over the snout. The snout has a different color. We're gonna take that from this dog. So we're going right here. Right here. Wrap this around. We might actually pull this all the way back here. Like we have this little area right here. We might pull this from right here, wrap it around like this, and find a way to make this work, right? So it has to go like this. So right there, right here. I'm trying to figure out a good way to have this. It's not really clicking to me. get you to listen as I could do this. Okay, look man, without right decision. Ain't having bad ideas. It's 3 in the morning, and I'm trying to change your mind. Multiple missed calls into my message, you reply. Why do you only call me when you're high? Why do you only call me when you're high? Someone darker, I'm talking the same shit. You need a partner. Well, I'll be down tonight. Down, 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 down. Okay, I like that. Does that look okay? Maybe, maybe not. I honestly don't know. It looks like I'm trying too hard. That's what it looks like to me right now. Like, maybe just go cartoony with them. Maybe we're just gonna have a huge cartoony eyes, you know? We're gonna just erase these. You know? What you only got me when you're maybe we just have big, cartoony eyes. You know, go with the flow. Don't worry about it. There we go. Right? Let's see, does that look good? I think maybe. I think what I'm missing is this. Maybe we do go Border Collie. I like the design of the other one, but I don't think it fits that well with the Border Collie. Another thing I find interesting about this one is his face is like very cute. Like maybe too cute. So maybe it starts off with like the person going, "Hey little buddy, where's your parents?" And maybe he does something that like catches her off guard. As maybe we do it like that. Maybe we go for that. What do you think? Brianna, I'm asking you.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think that's a good idea.
Okay.
I was saying maybe it's something to do with like, for like the thing that catches her off guard is either he sprints because he's scared, or he nips at her. But not in aggression, but in like fear. I don't know.
Okay, I have an idea. Let me see if I can just like, I want to have like it written down really quickly though, just to see like an idea. We're going to, if I can, grab this little that I just did, grab this and move it over up here, right? And that's just like his little face. Use a little car. Fills up. Maybe he's sitting down. know, sitting down right here. Not really doing anything, just like sitting down. His little puppy tail, and he's I don't know. What is he doing? If he's sitting down, he's a little free little dog. He doesn't really have anywhere to go. Maybe he belongs to somebody, maybe he doesn't. But like he's free. He's out right now, and he's living his best life. What is he doing? He is sitting down.
Just when I think our youngest is growing up too fast,
Maybe he's eating something.
our oldest.
Dogs don't really care what they're eating. They're eating something. Maybe he has a little bone, right? Maybe a little bone. Maybe a little chicken bone, right? Maybe not chicken, maybe something. We don't know what it is. It's some type of meat, some type of food. He's just sitting there. He's looking at it, right? He's looking down at it. He's looking down at the food. I'm drawing his eyes very cursed. It's very cursed. Right, and he's looking down at the food, right? So, and she sees that. He pulls up. She pulls up. She sees him. He's looking at the food. She's inside the little van, right? She's inside her little van, driving by, doing her rounds, and she sees the little puppy, right? So she gets down, sees what the puppy's doing. She asks, "Hey, little buddy, where you coming from? Where's your parents? You know, or something like that. You know, something similar to like, where's your parents' kid when the kid is just like out somewhere where he's not supposed to be. Where's your owners? Where's your owners? Yeah, where are your owners?" And maybe we see it from the puppies view. Like we're down here, she's up here. She's her big legs. We see her like bending over. Hands here. This right here. This is right here. This is this. Her body's right here. This is her legs. She goes this. Right. So we see it like this, from the puppy's view, all the way down, going up, and we see says, "Hey, where's your parents?" And yeah, so we do that. Then she maybe gets down, like. Okay, so is the person who's doing this job smart? Like, okay, that's the question we have to ask, because like, this all depends on like the interactions that she has, because the dog's just being a dog at this point. He's just looking at the meat, looking at the food, sitting down. He looks back, he sees the person. This person's bending over. Maybe the person gets too close. Maybe like she gets down, like gets on the floor or something, like crouches down, says hey, and tries to pick him up. And maybe he bites her.
He's protective over his food.
Yeah, maybe he's protective over his food. Maybe he's like, "Hey, get away from my food! I don't want you here." So like, maybe he bites her when he tries to pick her up. When she tries to pick him up, and in turn she like curses him out or something, and walks away. Like, I'm gonna go get something. Like, I'm gonna go grab the cage or something like that. You know. Maybe she's like very, very temperamental or something, you know, having a bad day. She goes to get the cage, and he's like, "Darn right, better leave," because he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know that she's going to get the cage or something like that. And so he's like, darn right, she better leave. Over here messing with my food, you know, something like that. And we know that she's going to get the cage, but he doesn't know. That's the little joke. Maybe that's the catch of this one. I like that idea. Hey, little buddy. And that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 panels, maybe 6 panels. She drives up. She bends down. This could be done in 4 panels. Actually, technically, it looks like could be done in 4 panels. She drives up. We see her driving in the background. We see him looking at the food. Then we see her right here. Maybe we see her looking out, or maybe we see the door opening, like the car is not moving, we see it stop. Implementing that it just got here, maybe. But she's still inside the car. She gets out of the car, she stands right here. That's the next panel. She stands right here. He's sitting and looking up at her with the little food right here. You know, he's like sitting up. You know, you see it from the little dog's perspective. You know, see how big she looks. Yeah, and she's like, "Hey, little buddy. Where's your owner?" And maybe she's going to try, like, she goes grab towards him. She bends down and tries to grab towards him because they're probably going to either check to see if he has a collar on or just, like, try and pick him up to see what's going on. And he bites her. And
He
it's
is
like
not
a yip.
having it.
Yeah, so it's 1, 2. She goes to grab him. That's the third one. The bite. The yip, or like the ow, ouch, you know. We're gonna have to figure out some way to like make that look like she's getting bit. Like maybe she's like maybe something like a little exclamation mark. This little just, ouch, and maybe see her walking away, holding her hand, while saying something or mumbling something. While he's sitting down.
She could be speaking into a walkie-talkie.
Well, that's what I was thinking of that, but like, what would she be saying into the walkie-talkie? Like, I don't think that would be like a necessary case for a walkie-talkie in that case, where she just got like bit by a dog. Unless maybe like, maybe she's saying it's a walkie.
It's kind of because she's gonna be taking it in all reality. She'll most likely be taking it to the SPCA or the vet. So it's more likely that he's a certain level of aggression.
Maybe so maybe when she's bending down to grab him, she says something to the radio like, "We have a little dog here right here. I'm about to see if he has like a little collar or something." Maybe she says something similar to the lines of that. And after she bites him, when she's walking away, she might say something because it has to be funny. That's the whole point of this. Maybe she walks away and she says that little shit or something into like the what you call it, or that little shit bit me, or that little shite. Because maybe she's Scottish. I don't know. Maybe she's part of like little shite. Add a TE to the end. Shite.
You're on a roll with the Scottish people.
Well, actually, it's technically British. Technically, shite is British.
I know, but you're British
Shite.
Scottish.
Maybe that little shite bit me. She's walking away. And maybe in the last panel, we see, like, similar to this panel, like, where the first one is, where he's looking down, he has, like, an angry face on him. He's like, yeah. Like, maybe he's like,
You ruined my food.
he's just like, how dare she try to move me? How dare she try to take my food, or something like that. And in the background, we see her grabbing. If we want to exaggerate it, we see her grabbing like some type of giant taser or something like that. I don't know. I think that would be kind of funny. Kind of like it escalated really quick. Cause like that's one of the parts of comics where you have to escalate it. You can escalate it at the end and make it like very unexpected. You know. I feel like that would be kind of really fun to do. I feel like that would be kind of funny, you know, where like while he's over here mad about he doesn't realize that she has like a whole maybe she pulls out a tranquilizer or something. I don't know. That's the idea that we're gonna go with so far. We're still working on stuff. We will take this. Also, I feel like she should have a ponytail because I feel like these two people as well, like as other officers and things I've seen, like it seems like a very common thing for a woman cop to have a ponytail. Don't know, it's just like because it's easier.
The hair doesn't affect it.
Yeah, I guess it's like to move the hair out of the way or something like that, you know?
Because it can block your line of vision.
Yeah.
It's just like officers have to have ponytails. They usually actually have to have buns because it protects them from being grabbed.
Oh.
Like,
Tell me
because
more.
people will grab ponytails and like loose hair if they can just to get away. So
Yeah.
they'll like put their hair in buns to protect themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've learned, at least.
Okay. We're gonna grab this, we're gonna move this one down, we're gonna have this over here. This is gonna be the next panel right here. Where it's like she's looking down. We see it from the dog's angle, she's looking down like this. And in retrospect, he would look maybe a little suspicious at this point in time, especially like if it's just like her and she's bending down, maybe like maybe he's already like a little agitated and you just see it on his face like, okay, something's bad about to happen.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't trust
I was gonna
this.
say, maybe you should have in like the corner like a raccoon scurrying away.
A raccoon scurrying away, but like in the back of her.
Like
Look,
yeah, in the background,
like
as
one of
in
those-
like this. He's agitated because he just has to fight the raccoon for the food.
Well, if that was the case, then we would
I
have it
don't
in the
know.
front. I don't want to add too much that I have to draw too, but that's a good. Maybe next time. That's not a bad idea.
I'm just thinking like to symbolize some kind of way to make him look agitated, but like a really tiny in the distance, like
Well, I think he would be agitated just from her being in his presence alone. Like, how dare she come over here? You're
we're just
messing
gonna
with
have
my
him
food.
rolling his eyes,
Wait, make it rolling. Wait, make it look like he's rolling his eyes.
make the dog roll his eyes.
I don't know how you insinuate that. Would you like Would you I don't know how to make it. I would have to look up. Let me look up reference of people rolling their eyes in comics, because I don't know how you do that. I haven't really had that drawn that before. Oh, I think I actually have seen that happen before. Hold on, does this work? Let me see. There's like. No. If he's looking this way and he's like. I don't know. Let me see.
The
Let me
hand
look
kind of
this
makes him look like a duck.
Huh?
The hand.
Oh, the
kinda makes him
hand.
look like a duck.
Yeah, I guess it would be like that, like a little in the corner back of the eye. Let me see. Is there any comics that do this? Yeah, this is what I was thinking of, like the Charlie Brown rolling his eyes when I was doing it like that. Like looking up. Let's see. Look at this. This works. Let's see. Maybe something like this, where it's like something like that. Does that look? I think that looks kind of like it. It looked kind of off though, just like from the fact that
I think for me it's the hand. It's making him it's kind of making me think you're drawing a duck, like a really sassy duck, and I'm like,
sassy duck. Sassy duck. Sassy duck. He's a sassy duck. Let me see. Does this help it? If I sharpen, like add more depth to this. This is also just a sketch. Do know that. Like this is not gonna be even close to. This isn't even like me drawing the final frame or anything. I'm not gonna work on this. I'm just like drawing the storyboard right now. So he's sitting right here. He looks over here. She kind of grabs him. Hey buddy. She gets down. Maybe it's like he's sitting right here. Maybe he like has his paw up and he's like trying to move away from her. Like in like haphazardly like moving like this way. Cause she's trying to mess with him. And he's like doing this and like looking at her like, girl, what are you doing? Like this, right? Oh, I kind of like that. I kind of like that little eye that I did right there. Where it's like he has the little I don't know what this looks like, but it's like it he's looking at her like, girl. Uh-huh. I like that. I like that little face right there. And it's like this, and then she's like, maybe she's like on her legs trying to grab at him or something, like has her hand out right here. Her foot is like right here. She's like this, you know, like she's down on her, like close to her knees, right? And she has her hand right here, her other shoulder's right here. And she's just like down. She's close to the ground, very close to him, trying to get closer, maybe. Like this, and then she has her little. She's like this, very close to him. But she still like is like happy. She doesn't realize that she like messing with him or something like that, you know. You know, like this, something like this. I don't know. I think this, like, I think the idea behind this one right here, like her doing this, is like okay. I just don't know how if that's how I would draw it, like that. Whereas like he's moving away from her like this, maybe. But he's like this, she's like this, and maybe she. Because I don't want to add too many actions to one at one point of time. You know? Because that's like a rule in comics. You don't want to add too much in one panel. Because like that adds too much for, number one, you to draw, and for also people to understand. Maybe I do it where we can hear her calling in the radio at the first panel. Like when she's inside the car, she's looking out, she's like, I'll have to look at some words that they use, like 10-4, some see a little dog, little puppy here, something like that. Like, oh, I see a little puppy into the radio, and she comes to walk up, and she's like, hey, and then she's like this, and she gets bit. How will we draw that? I don't really want to draw like the puppy biting her. I want to see like her reaction. So like, something like this, where she's like very like confused, like how. Something like that, you know, like I probably have the eyes like that. I don't know how I'm gonna draw the eyes or something like that, but like she is, you know, puppy bitter. That's all we know. Like puppy bitter. Some ouch maybe. And then we have the next panel, which is her walking away. It's gonna be like the puppy on the ground looking at her. Or maybe like, okay, so we see her. Maybe we don't see the dog as much as we see her. Maybe, do we have Is she grabbing her hand? Cause like, what did she have? We see her maybe grabbing her hand like this, you know? Cause you grab it on the finger. Thinking. Cause I want to have her call it in that. And she's like holding her hand, shaking me. And then maybe at the last one she's calling back in. She at the end, at the very end, she's calling in like, hello, hi. Maybe she at the very end she's like, oh, I'm pulling in the big guns or something like that, you know. Hi Emma, how you doing? Yeah, I like that. I like that little idea. She's walking away. She's grabbing her hand. That way we know she got bit on her hand. Shoo. Maybe not make it like that. Just walk. Shoo. Like that. Shoo. You know? We're chilling. Yeah, chilling. I've been good. You know, drawing. A little here, a little there, a little everywhere. Let's see.
It's time to go beyond one screen.
This, you know, like this. Bam.
Where one purchase lets your
Let's see.
players
That looks good. Alright. Grab her hand, maybe her fingers, a little swollen, a little red. You know, like that. Grabbing her hand. I don't know how the hand was like this. Is like this.
You deserve a bigger spotlight.
But yeah, I've been good.
2 billion players
Go through this shoulder, bam. Hold her hand like this. It's this. There you go.
You're ready to bring your worlds to players wherever
She's walking away. See?
you're ready to
A little shite bit me. She's mad. She's mad now. She angry. she's furious. She's a little bit mad right there. Yes, she's mad. Anger. You know? Something like that. And I don't know why it just looks like a little smile right here. I gotta add it on accident. I did not mean to add it like that. Yeah. Let me plug this back up. But yeah, I think this looks good. I think this looks okay. You know, my drawing pad keeps connecting and reconnecting, disconnecting and reconnecting. I don't really like that. There you go. You know, sir, could you not? What kind of drawing here? Thank you. But yeah, she's like walking away. She's a little mad, she's a little angry. She walks away. And then we see a little dog, a little puppy. We're gonna do something similar to this first panel, where you're like sitting down, you see a little food, you see her. But this time in the trunk's gonna be open. So we're gonna have like just a little car right here, shoot. Looks like you know, it's like the little van. She's in the van. She has the van open, and she has the back of the van open. She said, "I got something for your little ass," or something like that. I think that actually would be hella funny. I think that would be like the most funniest thing I've ever, actually, to be honest. I got something for your little ass. And then she like grabs this. We don't know what she's grabbing, but she's grabbing something. Yeah. I feel like that would be cool. So, see her standing here, and she grabs this right here, and you know, like, I probably have to proportion this a little bit better, because like, it looks like she's huge in this one right here. Message redacted. Okay. YouTube moderation, wonderful. Oh, you're back. Hi. But yeah. Look, we have the little comic now. So, first panel, we have the little dog sitting down. He has a little food in front of him. He's looking down at it, and we have the little truck. We're gonna have the person inside the little truck right here, and she's gonna be like, "Hey, I see we have a dog on. We have a dog on something. Dog on the name of the street. Name of the street, right?" And then next panel, we have her walking up to the dog, like, "Hey, little buddy, what you up to?" And he's already finished with it. He's like, he's sick of it. He's like, oh man, you gotta mess with me on eating my food, all that. Like he's already like, he's not with it. She walks up to him. She's bent down like, "Hey, can I something?" She's gonna say something like, "Do you want to see where your family at?" or something like that. Something along the lines of
Back, everyone.
of
How are you feeling?
like, if you were to see a random dog and be like,
Because we
like a little puppy, and you'd be like, "Oh, where your family at?" Or like, "Oh, where's your family, puppy?" And the puppy's like,
right. Yeah.
"Who you?"
Much skateboarding at the
And he's getting away from her like,
about this.
I don't know what you doing. Get away from me. You looking at her like this, and then she gets bit. We don't actually see her getting bit, but we can assume that she's getting bit from the way that her face will be, in a little ouch and a little question, the mark, and then she walks away. The dog might be a little right here, so sitting down behind her, a little dog right here.
Passionate about ocean conservation. Can you tell
What is
me
he doing? After biting her, what would he be doing?
Basically every day, and I've surfed heavily to the oceans, and it's my happy place. But for
He's
me,
humping.
it's
He's
what
like,
makes the ocean beautiful and what makes me love it even more, and
like
I wanna
looking this way
do as
while
much as I can.
sitting down. It's like sitting down right here. I do the talk terrible in this one.
God, you know much about
Yeah, he's a little dog. He's a little dog. He's just sitting down, man. He's just sitting down.
No, not enough.
He's sitting right there.
Okay, well, here's one of my favorite
That's that. And then we see her saying that little shy bit me, and we see the dog right here again. And in the dog's mind, he's like,
even texture.
over here messing with my food.
No idea.
Something. He's gonna say something sarcastic, something snarky. This is the dog in the dog's mind.
Okay. Paradox.
Serves you right, or something like that.
Live in and avoid danger. So today, we're going to play
Serves you right. Who said you could touch me?
Here are the rules. When the spotlight is off, we can move however we want. We can dance and jump and spin around, but when it turns on, we freeze. And if you're caught,
Or maybe he says, who serves you right, and then who said you could touch me in this one?
all right.
Yeah, like that. I feel like that is a good comic. I feel like that's a good 6-panel comic right there. I feel like that's like respectfully, kind of interesting enough for it to be, drawn and people laugh at it. Yeah, I feel like it'd be interesting and have people laugh at it. It's a little funny comic. Think of what is it? What's like Scooby Doo a little bit. Oh, any of y'all remember Puppy Scooby Doo? Like the Puppy Scooby Doo? I'm probably not. I'm probably like the only one who actually ever looked at that as myself. Like his little Puppy Scooby Doo, Peanuts, Charlie Brown, and them. What's another one? I'm trying to think of like something that maybe a little bit like Garfield. That's what this kind of reminds me of. The idea, at least, not the way I'm gonna draw it, but like the idea. Now, the puppy kind of reminds me of Blade, like how I drew Blade in the Pet Pack, because he's very sarcastic in the Pet Pack. The drawing of Blade, like the way I drew Blade in this one, he was very like sarcastic, very snarky, very very rude, if you will. But he was a funny character to look at, because he was always saying something stupid. Like, look, this one I found the first one, by the way. If any of y'all was here for the last one, I found the first Pet Pack comic that I had earlier when I was looking through all my other stuff. Right, I got to hook up my headphones again because they disconnected. But I found it. And so like if you see it right here, let me see if I can get my full camera right here. So look, I found it recently. This was, so the pet pack is like some old comics that I used to sell at the farmer's market, right? And you can see it right here. This was my first one right here. Right? Pet pack by my initial and then Blade, and this is like the characters that's in it, so it's only Blade in this one, number 1. And so we see Blade sitting right here, and he's like, and he says, "I'm tired of this." And if they think I'm gonna eat the same thing every time, like if they think I'm gonna see they got something else coming. But who am I to pass up on free food? And then he eats it, and then he's like knocked out. He's like sleeping. He's a little sleepy after eating, but he cranky. You know, he's kind of a little. That's what this is reminding me of. Like that's what it is like. My first ever pet comic, where he's like, "Who are you to mess? Who do you think you are to touch me?" That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like he's saying in this moment or something. But yeah. So now we gotta move on to actually working on the comic, which is, this is just like the little sketch part where you come up with the ideas of the comic and the storyboard. Technically, this is storyboarding. If you wanted to, you can make a script for it. Like you open up flipping. You would open up like the notepad right here. Open this up, and you would type out like every single thing you would have in the what you call it, the little. In here, you know, type out like panel 1, you know, blah 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 blah. You also type out like the characters, like this is how you're technically supposed to make comics. If you're making like an actual comic, I'm teaching you guys. If you're actually making a comic, this is technically what you're supposed to do. Because despite you being like the writer for the comic, or the artist for the comic, or the color, or the inkist, you know, there's different parts of making a comic, right? So some people might, like for example, the one who actually writes the story would write the story out like this. He would write it out like, okay, panel 1, what do we want for panel 1? We want this character. Let's say we have the dog, dog, right? We have the dog, and then we have the person, right? And then we would give like a short description of the dog, like he's small puppy. And this is like before we even start with the panel, by the way. Like this is like dog, small puppy, person, you know, maybe like a dog catcher, female, I can't spell, female, you know, and she has like let's say she has blonde hair and ponytail. And you don't add too much description to it because you got to give enough room for the actual artist to put their rendition into it. Like you add like, if it's like a specific character that you have in mind or like a specific part of that character, like then you add that. But besides, if it doesn't need to be added, then don't add it, right? Like you don't add like eye color if you don't actually have an eye color in mind. Like leave that up for them to figure out. But small puppy, it could be any type of small puppy, any type of like any way that they want to draw it, right? Person, dog catcher, female, blonde hair, ponytail, that's good. We're done, right? And then you move on to making the panel. So depending on how big the actual comic is, this can be, and also who you're making for it, because like this isn't strict guidelines to making panel or panel comics, despite like what some people might say. Like in this, like compared to like making a script for a scene, scripting for a comic is way easier. Like you go panel 1. Well, technically, it's if you're having a big comic, you would do page 1, panel 1, right, and then you would write out the scene, right. So what you do is you write out a small description of the scene. So if we're going by this comic, we would have a van is in the background, foreground is lingo for like where it's placed at. So the background will be all the way at the back, the foreground would be in the front, like in front of whatever that is, and then the middle ground would be like in the middle, right? So that's like foreground would be up here. Like if you're looking at me, the foreground's up here. Anything, so this right here, this mic is in the foreground. The middle ground is where I am. Like currently, anything on this line where I am, like let's say I have a phone right here. The phone would be in the foreground besides me. And then the background will be anything behind me or anything behind the middle, you know? That's how that works. And so we have in the van in the background with the person inside saying something on the phone while the puppy is in the middle ground looking at a, I guess you would say object, probably food, more like looking at food. We would say food. We don't let them know what type of food it is. We give that let that be up to the artist's rendition. So we now have the band in the background with a person saying something about the phone, something on the phone, or I guess radio, wow. And then we, do that. And so that's just a small description of the first panel, right? And now what we do is if they're saying something, we go down, we like separate that from the panel. So we have the page 1, that's separated, panel 1, that's separated, and then we have the van, we give a small description of what's going on in the actual panel. And then if they're saying something, like let's say the person, we put person, and then we put whatever they're saying, right? Whatever they're saying in that panel, that's where we put it right at. And I can do this, another example of scripting if you want, for sound effects. So like in, I think this is panel 1, panel 2, panel 3, panel 4. Panel 4, there is a sound effect, right? So you would give the description of, first off, what's going on in the panel. And do note, unless anything changes between panels, like let's say if it's if I go to find right, so if we go to here, right, where it's like this, this one would be way more easier to script, because you only have to give the description probably once, and it would probably be like a really small description, right? Let me see. Like this one, where you see like this is from what I believe, I forgot the name of this. It is a really known comic too. I forgot the name of this one. But you would basically just give the description of, okay, we have the tiger, which I believe is either his imaginary friend or is an actual tiger, forgot which one it was. The tiger to the left of the panel, and then we have the little boy on the bottom of the panel. We don't show their bottom halves, and the boy is saying something. So we have the boy saying something, and then we would write that. And then on the next panel, so we would go panel 2, instead of just rewriting everything for like what you would say or what you want them to do, you simply just say you just like tell you what he's saying, instead of rewriting. Oh, the tiger's on the left side of the panel. We don't have to write that again. Unless something specifically changes about the panel, you don't write that. We just write what the boy is saying. Panel 2, whatever the boy is saying, And that's simply how you keep also your workload down, but also that like helps you out. So panel 4, you would write whatever the panel is about, or the description of the panel, right? And then at the end, you would do sound effects. You just do it like that, and ouch, right? In big caps, or you can add like a little description in big caps, or at the bottom, at bottom, big yellow words, right? And that's how you would script, or for the most part, that's how you script, right? So yeah. Anything else? No? We're good? Okay. Besides all that, we can get back to actually working on the comic now. So I went on that little rant about comic making. and scripting and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh jeez. Let's see. I'm also gonna think of some colors to do. What would some colors be that we would want for this? I think overall, I don't want it to be too colorful, and also I don't want to work on like a wide range of like, you know, buildings and stuff like that. I don't really like doing background work. That's one thing I don't like about doing for comics. So if I do this, it's probably just gonna be I might draw the scene, like the actual floor and the actual like garden stuff. You know, I like, okay. I'll draw the sidewalk, since assuming that the dog's on the sidewalk. We would draw the sidewalk. We would draw the street, a little tarmac street, and maybe the other sidewalk. And maybe we don't need to draw another house, because that's just adding a bunch of stuff for me to draw. We don't need to add that. And then after that, we just draw the characters, and maybe a little prop here or two, depending on where we need it. And then at the end, we just draw like the dog sitting here and the person in the truck. We don't need to draw the ground ever again. That's what I'm hoping. So yeah. Any questions, Brenna? Because apparently everybody else left me. I am alone.
You're not alone. I'm here still.
Yeah, I know you're still here.
No questions.
Did I explain it in a very, very good way?
I think so.
Okay.
But two things I was looking at with your drawings is one, when you're drawing the dog, you also want to make sure that its ears are twisted backwards, because when a dog's emotions are changing, it's represented in their ears.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
And then also with, I think it's the second one, when she's walking up to the dog, right? When she's like bending down. Should the dog's back be to her with him looking over his shoulder rather than...
So yeah, that's what he's doing. He's looking over his shoulder right now. He's technically looking, like, his body's this way. His back is not pointing directly towards her, but it's like more towards her, like his back is this way. Technically in this direction. Where he's looking over his shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah. Whew. Okay. Ouch. Yeah. So we're gonna turn the opacity down right here, and we're just going to now just figure out, because I haven't actually drawn the lady yet. I'm thinking it's gonna be something similar to the idea that I had right here, where it's like the, you know, bangs, like short bangs, ponytail. Maybe she has a hat on. You know, because like this is the idea I have for a dog. Let's see. I'm thinking we can also maybe, I'm gonna do this like how I did my regular Pat Pat comic series, where it's like no border, it's borderless. Because for the most part I don't like doing borders. Like you can see how on here, I can full screen again. You can see like on here where it's like it's no actual border, it's just like the impression of a border around it, because there's so much white space. I like doing comics like that more than I do like making borders, because I don't like making borders. Simple as that. It's just as simple as I don't like making borders.
I love making borders. Borders are like one of my favorite things to make.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we do a little bit of break time? Do we want a break time? Do you want break time? I kind of want a break time. I'm kind of feeling a break. I'm kind of feeling a break. We'll get some water. We got water up in here, people.
Okay,
Chicken.
what?
What's up?
Guess what?
Yes.
I did something.
What did you do?
I reached a goal.
And what was goal? What was the goal that you were searching for?
It was my money. It was my money goal in Bloxburg.
Ah, interesting. You're addicted to the game, aren't you?
No, it's just something to do pastime. Guess how much money I have in Bloxburg?
1,000. No. More? Less?
Oh, way more.
Way more. Okay, 1 million.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thought it was gonna overshoot.
No, it's exactly 1 million.
Nice. Alright, my pad's not working. Get back to work! Don't mind me. I treat my stuff with utmost respect, and I do not. Yeah. I treat my stuff with utmost respect.
Don't agree with the statement.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't agree with that statement.
What do you mean you don't agree with that statement? How dare you?
I mean, you said you trust your pen, your drawing pad with your life, so you do you, man. You do you. I would never trust a drawing pad with my life.
I trust the drawing pad with my life to lose my life. Anyways, why does this never work for me?
I'm loving the 30-second break, or like it was actually 10-second break you took.
Yep, it was a 10-second break. I'm back to working. We got people
Hydration
alive, man.
and
I'm alive. I can't be doing nothing. I'm gonna use this pen for once. I don't particularly change the way that I use pens in here. You know, it's like a very interesting. Hold on. How about this? I'm looking for a good pen. Let's see what we have. This is similar to a pen that I might use in real life, where it's like you go really lightly and you have this little effect where you can see the grains. I don't like that particularly. If I'm on digital, I don't want my pens to have fake grain. At least personally. I know other people want that, but I don't. Do with that what you will. Let's see, what else we got? We have a bunch of random stuff that I never use, not once in my life. I don't even use none of this stuff, really. What about this? Nope. It's like crayon. No. I guess this is like the best option. I don't like... Okay, we're just gonna use this. How about that? We're just gonna use this one. We're going to try and draw this little puppy again. Just really quickly, we're just sketching out right now again. Why is this? Stop. And we're gonna have the puppy looking down right here. Oh, thank you guys. That's so nice. How you doing today, people? How you doing? This is more than I usually get. I gotta be honest. Like I remember I used to maybe get at most 20 whole views. So you just being here and speaking to me is enough for me. You know, that's cool. Little puppy looking down at the food, man. Looking at the foodies. Right here. I also need to get my flippin' YouTube chat up for it, where you can see the YouTube chat on the actual stream. I'm gonna do that either once I get off of stream today or tomorrow before I get on stream. Because I tried to get like my little YouTube and Twitch bot. I need to fix my Twitch bot now apparently because my Twitch bot costs money. Apparently, it costs money. I did not know such things. No one told me. No one told me it costs money. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll have to fix that later as well. There's a lot of things I have to fix, you know. But yeah. My drawing pad sucks. I trust this drawing pad with my life, guys. I would trust it. Trust it with my life. Absolutely. Can you work? No, I'm not drawing on the mouse. Okay, so this is a drawing pad, right? It's from Inspiriori. It's the Inspiriori. I don't know how to spell this shit. Huion.
Drawing pad. Yup, it's drawing pad, and this is the little pin that I have right here, and I have to have it connected using a USB. Now the USB is faulty, so whenever I plug it up into here, it kind of glitches out sometimes. So that's what the little do you're hearing in the background. That's it plugging and unplugging at the same time. Now, this is... I don't know whether this is the drawing pad's fault or my fault for having a bad USB. But nevertheless, I should be fine. You know, it
just a
served me
little
well for good
temperamental.
enough. What'd you say?
It's just a little temperamental.
It's just a little temperamental, you know. But it served me well in the past, and I don't feel like buying a new one. Because I am stingy. And technically, by some accounts, I am broke. Not by all accounts, by some accounts. In some accounts, I have the ability to get money. And I have the ability to not be broke. It's just I'd rather be broke at this moment. Because then I can say I'm broke, and I can tell other people who want to get my money that I am broke. See,
You
that's how
get
you...
5 times the
That is
amount
how
that
you-
I get per month.
That is how you tell other people that. That's how you get rid of the solicitors. That's how you get rid of the solicitors. You tell them that you're broke, because you are broke, but you stay broke to tell the people that want your money that you're broke. You get what I'm saying? Do you understand? Yes, I hope you do. Besides the point, yeah, we have a little puppy.
No ears.
No ears, no ear puppy. No, I'm drawing the ears. Right here. Right here. This is my first time drawing puppies in a while, man. I haven't drawn dogs in a good while. Besides the besides like Minecraft dogs in my sketchbook. Yeah. So this is the little dog's design for the outside dog. I'm thinking of adding either border collie, like the little border collie design on his little snout, or the other one. Now I'm trying to figure out which one works better for recognizability, and I'm thinking the border collie because yeah. But I'm also thinking, how does this look on this? So for this, we first off need to add our little side tufts right here, little right here, little right here, you know, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then we go around this, and we just make this connect to one ear, and the other ear, we're gonna connect it from the base of it. We're just gonna open it up, and like that. Something like this, you know? Try and keep the eyes within it. That's also a good question I have for myself. This is gonna be all black. So am I gonna have to do white eyes? How would that look? Because this is gonna be all black right here. You know, all black. Maybe the inside of the ear is white. Let's see how this looks. And then I have like a little white.
It looks like a demon dog.
It does look like a demon dog. It looks interesting though. It's very interesting. This before I make my judgment, let's do the second side as well. Give it fair chance, a fair working chance. You got to do both sides if you want to make sure it looks good or bad.
Kind of gives me the impression of like Spider-Man in a way, but like I don't know how
A
to
little
explain
bit.
it.
Spider
but, like,
Dog. Look at Spider Dog, guys. Look. Spider Dog.
No, it's
Spider
Wolverine.
Do. Wait, what happened?
It's Wolverine.
It's Wolverine. I like it. I feel like it looks cool. I feel like that's a good idea. I feel like I like the design. This design's interesting.
Yeah,
It's-
he looks exactly like Wolverine.
If I pull Wolverine up right now and I put it next to that dog, he does not look like him. I'm gonna be mad. Hope you know that.
No, he does. It's just the fact that he's white, not yellow.
It's just white, not yellow. I can make him yellow.
Trust me, he looks like Wolverine.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna do. How does this look? Let's see. Back of that, full this. Okay. So we're gonna do this for the. We're gonna do something like this, right? For his transition from the legs to the top. Make it a little fancy. There you go. His front is going to be white, I believe. It's to be white, like that. And we're just gonna do this big pattern on his leg. And then, are we gonna do a fluffy tail? Does Border Collies have fluffy tail? Yep, they do.
As
I'm
far
doing
as I
fluffy tail.
know.
I'm doing fluffy tail. Do. Shoe. Shoe. Right here. Shoe. Just goes right here. Just connects to it like this. I'm gonna do a little outie right here. A little outie by the butt. The butt. There you go. And we're just gonna continue on, adding a few here, a few there. There you go. So now we have what we called the first design, the first finished design. And this is what we're gonna work with for the entire comic. You know? It's gonna be the little idea that we have for the puppy. Right? And that's it. Did we like it? What's our thoughts?
I want to name him Wolverine.
Name him Wolverine. Are we naming dog Wolverine?
Look at the picture I sent you.
Let me see. I mean, it kind of does look like Wolverine. Okay, let me see. Let's grab this and put it side by side. Help me as a reference to finish. Does this look Wolverine?
Yeah, it looks like the dog version of Wolverine.
Wolverdog.
Guys, it's Wolverine, but he's a dog. I swear I didn't copy off of his design. It's
If he
just,
was yellow.
it
if he
kind of
was
just
yellow,
happened,
then-
man.
It kind of just happened. It kind of just happened. I swear I didn't mean for that to happen, people, but like, it's kind of good, don't you think? It's like, that's kind of really good, don't you think? Yeah, I like it. Okay, let's continue. First off, we're going to make the rest of the stuff for this panel. So we're gonna work on now the little car. For that, we're gonna pull up a white van. That's what you're thinking of. Let's see.
A white van.
A white van.
White
That's the type that you're
van.
thinking of. Get it? No. We're thinking of a dog catcher. Or what I guess is dog catcher truck? Yeah, it's like this. See? This is what I'm thinking of. So,
An unmarked white vehicle.
unmarked white vehicle. Call cops, please. Call reinforcements. Immediately. It looks like it's actually just a normal truck, though. Yeah. So, we're going to draw this. I'm going to try and draw this very cartoony. Do note, like, the way that I'm going to draw this is going to be very similar to what you saw originally, actually, for the comic. It just like it was like I just make it way slimmer. You know, it has to be less fat. You just take like Ozempic or something, you know?
Okay. Hey, yo.
it just needs to
Body shamer.
I'm not how am I body shaming a truck?
You're a fat person hater.
How can I body shame a truck? What do you mean?
You're a fat truck hater. You hate fat
What
trucks.
do you mean? Does the truck have feelings?
It
For
could.
a legal hand to form your business.
Sure. Sure.
Do you have feelings?
Yes. What do you mean?
Then the vehicle has feelings.
Okay. Yeah, the vehicle has feelings. Does anybody? Hey, let me ask the people at home. Does your vehicle have feelings? Like, have you ever considered if your vehicle may have feelings? You know. You haven't?
I mean,
Oh.
animals have feelings. There
Yeah,
is
I
no
know-
one
I'm not
in
gonna-
your chat.
I'm not gonna-
sorry in the nicest way possible.
What's
You got
happening?
no one answering you.
I know, but like,
So I'm looking at both your streams right now.
yeah, I know. I'm alone.
To make that a true statement, I'll make it a true statement.
What do you mean you make it a true statement? Is that a threat?
You said I'm alone. I'll make it a true statement.
Are you threatening me?
Are you threatening me?
No.
Perfect. Then I'm not threatening you.
Love this. I love this dynamic that we have right now. Okay. Okay, so it looks like this is just like, we're not gonna go too crazy with the design. We're just gonna cut it off right here. Do this, make it super simple. You know, I might copy and paste this truck. I swear to God, I will. I really don't want to have to draw this truck again. I only want to draw this fat truck once. Silence. Silence. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. It's right here. Wheel right here. Just make it like this. I kind of want to make it bigger though. It kind of looks better when it's bigger. Right
Looks
here.
more cartoony.
What?
Looks more cartoony.
Yeah, it looks more cartoony. I guess I put this.
I don't like it. In the nicest way possible, I don't really like it.
You don't like the truck?
No.
Why not?
I think it's too long.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said I had to cut it down. I'm gonna move that wheel up as well.
Tall things are kind of icky.
Oh, really now? Huh. Interesting.
That's
Interesting
controversial.
development, huh? Huh. You know, from my point of view, it would seem as if, like, I don't know. From my... Hey. From my point of view, that kind of sounds, you know, a bit rude, don't you think?
Well, you were shaming the truck for its size, and from my point of view, that was a bit rude, don't you think?
And the truck doesn't have feelings, but you said tall things. There's a large category you're throwing at, you know? You mentioned the category.
right
I
in
mentioned
there.
the truck.
You body shit, you said it's fat.
Yeah, the truck was fat.
I'll take offense to that.
How do you take offense to this? I was talking about specifically the truck. Okay?
And I was talking specifically about the truck too!
No, you said tall things.
What do you want me to say, long things?
I don't want you to say things. I want you to say trucks.
But like, not all long trucks are bad.
Oh, really now? Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting development we have here.
A lot of nerve coming in here with that attitude. Sir.
Excuse me, madam. No. Miss, no.
Sir. Yes.
Miss, no. madame? No.
Actually, last I checked, it's a yes.
Last I checked, it was never a yes. It was kind of a no.
Actually, yeah. No.
I kind of didn't have an attitude with anybody, you know? I kind of really didn't.
Yeah, a lot of nerds coming here with that sass.
Last time I checked, I'm not a girl. I didn't have sass. I don't have the ability to have sass.
I'm sorry, that is the most disgusting comment I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
I knew that's what you were gonna say. Last time.
I'm not a girl, I don't have sass. Bro, out of every single guy I know, you have so much sass. You them sassy dude.
I love that. That's amazing. That's awesome.
Fruity. Sometimes I wonder if you're fruity because of how sassy you are.
What do you mean? Excuse me?
You're like, oh my god.
I can't recall. Well, I can recall. Yeah. I was gonna say I can't recall a time when I said that, but I did say that before, didn't I?
Or like, you be like, like when your mom comes into your room or asks you to do something, you're like, bro, these people can't leave me alone. And you're like,
Okay,
so
I did
sassy
not
about
say
it.
like that. No, I'm not British. I
You're
just say
like,
leave me alone.
alone.
I just say leave me alone.
Leave me alone.
Leave me
Leave me
alone.
alone.
I didn't
No,
say
you're
it like I
like,
was
these
British.
people just-
I said it like I was
You're like,
human.
You're like, I'm sorry, I can't speak properly. Anyway, you were specifically like, these people can't leave me alone, and you're so sassy about it.
Yeah, but I said it like I didn't say it like I was British. I said it like I was human. Okay, I didn't. what the
Okay,
heck?
I'm sorry, I have a speech impediment.
What do you mean? You don't have a speech impediment?
I actually do, as a matter of fact. I do have a speech impediment.
Oh, I have a speech impediment. Or I used to.
I
at
also had
least.
a child. when I was a kid.
You had a
I'd
child?
say
No.
when I was a child. I said when I was a child.
I didn't know you had a child.
No, I'm not a child.
I didn't know you had a child though. Like,
I had a child when I was like 8, but it was a doll, so that doesn't really count.
So you birthed the doll? Excuse? I'm so confused.
I'm in danger.
You are danger. What do you mean?
I'm not danger.
I feel like you
innocent.
are. I feel like you're danger.
I couldn't hurt a fly. I actually can't. Might I add.
You could hurt a mosquito.
I actually can't. I just let them suck my blood, even though I'm allergic to them.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not hurt to kill things. I always get every single time I'm like,
At
oh, I
least
need to
shake
kill
it
this.
off. At least shake it off. You know.
My immediate mindset is, oh, I can't harm this thing because the fact that it has a family it's gotta get home to.
No, it's making a family with your blood.
Perfect.
Oh, so you're gonna cheat on me with a? Okay, I see. You're gonna cheat on me with a mosquito, huh?
It's not
You're
like
gonna
it's
cheat
not like
on
it's
me
going
with a
on my lips.
mosquito, huh?
It's not. Nope.
Yeah.
If that's cheating, then I don't know if this is gonna work. Cause damn, that's insane.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm petty. I'm sorry. I'm petty.
I think someone's a little jealous.
I don't want anybody else to suck your blood but me.
In the nicest way possible. Ew.
Ew. Ew.
For myself personally, the thought of having someone else's blood, or even my blood, or just blood in my mouth. Ew.
Well, in my defense, you ought to know who I take after.
Like father, like son? No.
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 Everything you need to unlock your
Please don't take
Toga's
after
not
your
my father.
down.
Toga's not my father.
Please don't take after your father.
Toga is not my father.
Join for one
Toga's not
Like
even
in the
the
nicest way possible. In the nicest way possible. Don't take any traits from your father except for the good ones.
I planned on that. Thank you.
Yeah, some of the good ones probably should stay behind, cause so there's some good traits about people that are like too good, but they're like, oh, maybe don't pass those on to kids. Like,
What you
I
mean by
personally
that?
have opinions that like people in my family,
I'm
specifically
confused.
my
What do you mean by that?
shouldn't have kids because they'll pass on some real toxic genes.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of nerve coming in here making fun of my hee-hee-hees.
I didn't make fun of your hee-hee-hees. I was hee-hee-heeing with you, madame, miss,
Sir. Sir.
lover,
Brother.
Brother. Brother man. Mm.
Oh yeah, talking about my speech impediment, I have a stutter. When I'm like really, really anxious, I get a stutter.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I'm gonna feel terrible.
and then like, cause like I like actually get stuck on words, and it's like, Caitlin finds it so hilarious. But it's like I get stuck on words, and it's just like the repetitive of like just saying the same thing, and it's like, oh. But then when I was a kid, I said things like Gatorade, not Gatorade. I said Gatorade with the
Gatorade.
G. Yeah.
Gatorade.
And then I said, like 2 years ago, I couldn't say animal.
Animal.
I said aminal.
Aminal. Oh, you were one of those people, huh?
I still say it sometimes now.
You were similar
And
to
then-
the. You're, that's similar to my my cousin in the Captain of Meglima.
Okay.
Okay. Captain Meglima.
And then there's also anime, where I went amine.
Amine.
Or amination. Amination. No, I did it again. Amination. Amination.
Animation.
Amination.
Animation. Animation.
Animation. Okay, there we go.
There you go.
See? I can't say it like how I used to, otherwise I get stuck on it. It's so bad. Nobody knows what I'm talking about when I'm speaking like that. And then like my brothers, they had wambulance, but it was like they actually called it a wambulance.
Oh,
not, like,
ambulance.
like it was their speech impediment, not like an actual like, oh, it's a wambulance because it like cries or whatnot, or you know, it was literally a wambulance because that's what they called it.
I don't think anybody would call it a wambulance, would they?
My family did. My brothers did.
No, I'm saying like, okay. In the way that you said it, it makes it seem like some people would say it like in another way. They call it a wambulance in another way.
Because it's like, yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There was a few more.
Yeah.
There is a word that I can't remember what it is. It starts with a G, but there's a word that whenever someone says it, no matter how hard I try, I cannot say the word. I can't remember the word, but there's a
Glacier?
word that I cannot say. No. It's a I can't remember what it is. It's something to do. It's like a descriptor as far as I know. Description word.
Grand?
No. I can't remember it right now. It is GR.
Gorgeous?
I know that. No.
He says GR. I don't know.
I'm trying
Okay.
to think of other things I had a speech there's so many things I had speech impediment with, but like I genuinely had an issue with my M's and N's specifically.
Hmm.
And then one that my parents inflicted on me was Ferrero Rocher.
Rocher.
Because I didn't, because my mom said that when she was a kid, because it was one of her speech impediments, and then I ended up picking up on it.
Ferrero Rocher. I love that. I don't think I had any
Even
real.
now, like,
I don't believe I had any real speech impediments, like per se, like words that are specific. it was just like it was hard for me to pronounce R's and stuff. I think that's what it was. Besides that, I was fine.
Yeah, I couldn't pronounce my M's and N's very well. I'm also not good with my S's and T's when I'm speaking. It's like I say them weird. I don't even know. I don't know, but like my T's, I don't speak with my T's.
Mhm.
Like if I say butt, I'm like I'm not butt. I'm butt.
But
You know? I go butt.
Or booty, for those who are more established in life.
Or for those who are thinking the wrong butt,
or booty.
it could also just mean butt.
Or it could
I
also
meant-
just mean booty.
B-U-T.
Or B-U-T-T. Or B-U... No, B-O-T-T-Y.
Oh, B.
B-O-T-T-Y.
No, that's not it either. B-O-O-T-Y.
No, it's B-O-T-T-Y. I'm sticking with that.
B-O-O.
I'm doubling down.
B-O-O-T-Y.
You sure about that?
Alexa, how do you spell booty?
Wow, I can't believe you actually asked your Alexa to do that. Wow, I didn't know you were like that, Brana. I didn't know you were like that.
What do you mean?
That's a very personal question to ask your Alexa, you know?
How do you spell booty?
How do you spell their booty? Yeah, that's a very personal question.
I didn't
Brana.
ask how you spell your booty. I said, how do you spell booty?
That's still
Bougie.
personal, Brana.
Bougie.
Shine, the world shines back.
Bougie?
Sunrise. Body care for girls on the glow.
Bougie.
Sunrise and
Who's
shine.
Bougie? Never met
Moana.
him. Huh?
Moana is bougie.
Moana's
Actually, Moana's
bougie?
really not bougie. Moana's not bougie.
Moana is not bougie. I don't know what you're talking about. I think for today, I've been drawing for almost 2 hours. I think it is time for me to switch. Yes. Yes. Anyways, I will keep this saved for tomorrow, because I will work on it tomorrow. Cancel. We will keep this as the pick stream. We will save it like that. And now we will say goodbye to the YouTube chat.
Wabbit. Wabbit.
Wabbit.
Wabbit.
Bye, YouTube. See you guys tomorrow, man. We'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully, maybe. I don't know.